This is how I found out that my best friend and my husband were having an affair. Initially, it was my husband's behavior that made me very suspicious, but my best friend's behavior soon followed. My husband started taking his phone with him everywhere he went. That was the first red flag for me. That was just not normal for him. I don't know how other people's relationships are, his weren't. He barely carried it around with him. He wasn't into his phone all like that. That changed one day. One day when he was in the shower, I noticed that his phone had a password on it. Now, this is something that was out of the ordinary. Neither one of us had passwords on our phones, so I was like, what is going on? Like, what are you trying to hide? Automatically, I felt like he was trying to hide something. So while all this weird behavior was going on with my husband, I was confiding in my best friend. And it got harder and harder for me to reach her. She was not replying back to my texts. Like, she left me on scene. This was just very weird behavior. We have been friends our whole life. I mean, probably from kindergarten on. So for her to just completely not get back to me was just very, very odd. With that being said, I had no idea that this is why her behavior was so weird and so off. I never in my life would have ever imagined her betraying me like this. A man will be a man, but my best friend, she was like my sister. So for several days after that, he was working a lot of overtime. It just didn't make sense because that wasn't the time of year that they actually had their overtime. So he's been with the same company for years. I've never heard of them having so much overtime this time of year. It's usually seasonal. Obviously, my suspicions grew higher. I started watching him more. So one day I had to work late. It just so happened to be our anniversary. I had to reschedule our dinner date. He wasn't so happy about it. But when I got home, he was in the best of moods. So I didn't understand. He seemed so disappointed when I had to reschedule our dinner date for our anniversary. But when I got home, it was a completely different person. He was singing a completely different tune. I just didn't understand. So the following day, he had to leave for a business trip. He went on business trips all the time. This was nothing new. So when I got home from work later that day, I had to do some straightening up, cleaning. He left the place a mess. He had to go on this business trip last minute, and let's just face it, men aren't just as clean as us. At least not mine. Is when I noticed it. I found this right on the floor, and to not talk myself out of what I already suspected, this earring is my best friend's earring, and I know for a fact it's my best friend's earring is because I bought it for her birthday. This was on the floor in my bedroom. Now, her and I have never been in my bedroom. I didn't allow that because I shared my room with my husband. I just thought that that was just off limits. So she was never actually in my bedroom. So how her earring